I can wing it. I think you're good at this point. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us tonight on Sharky Waters Wednesday Night Dive, where we dive in with the shark. I'm your host, Dom, and this is my place, the Sharky Waters set. And bringing this show to your pocket and to your hand is my buddy Tor, the producer. Our good buddy Eric, the clock doctor, is our director, keeping us in line, and is our commentator. We'll get to that part after the open swim. It's 30 minutes where we get to interview our good friend, Sarah Knoll. Thanks for coming in tonight. Before we do that, we'll do all the...
Take like a step this way. We're getting some microphone static.
Microphone static clear?
Sounds good now.
All right, yeah. So before we get started doing all the sponsorship housekeeping, because that's what brings this live stream billiard-themed variety show to you, is Prine Custom Cues. Harold Prine, thanks so much. I've got the custom carbon fiber shaft here, the Optimus Prine, for anybody who catches that or Transformer fans. Custom taper, custom length for the tallness of me. You guys can check out their website at PrineCustomCues.com. Tipsy Tomato, our local bar stop where we go to eat pizza and enjoy ourselves after the show. Fred, the owner, and Carrie, thanks for your help there. And Clean Slate Billiards, Clean Slate Pool Tables. I'm like still working on that after 10 years of being Clean Slate Billiards. But any of your pool table needs, refelts, repairs, moves, relocations, there's a phone number on the wall. Give me a shout and I'll be happy to help you out. The format is 30 minutes. Eric's gonna switch over the timer. The sand's gonna fall. I'm gonna dive in with Sarah. We're gonna shoot a drill. We've called it the Wave. It's a drill that I learned from Dr. Dave from Billiards University. Super shout out to him. He's actually a professor, just retired a couple months ago from his like quote unquote real job, and is pursuing doing more instructing and teaching from his YouTube channel, which is Dr. Dave's Pool School. Check that out. We're gonna be doing that. You wanna start off with it?
Sure.
I'll get out of Eric's way. Check.
You can explain it. It doesn't really matter where I start, huh?
Yeah, well, I'll explain it. What it is
Yeah, go
she's
for
gonna
it.
she's gonna shoot the one ball. What we're working on is speed. We're not even working on pocketing anything. We're just working on the speed of the balls. She's gonna try and hit the one ball as softly as she can, and so that's pretty good. Now the two balls, she's just barely gonna try and cross the threshold of what she just did, and trying to work on putting a little more power to each shot each time, going a little bit further out and a little bit further out. She did real good earlier. Oh yeah, you mollywopped that one. So you gotta keep going all the way down to try and, if you can get all 9 balls without even hitting this cushion, you're gonna be doing really good.
So it's like a lot of
Looking
table
so
that you have to work with, but you got to go back too, right? So the wave goes in, the tide goes in, and then it comes back out.
Yeah,
That's why we
exactly.
call it the wave. And so when you
Hey,
push
you made
it too
it on
far,
that 5 ball.
I mean, I bumped into the 4, but
That might have been the unlevelness of the table.
whatever's clever. Oh, that's way off.
This
so what
di-
now? Restart?
6. All right, here we go.
Yeah, the flying
flying V.
V.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, we're working on control of the speed, and so if you want to choose going all the way down to the cushion or back, you can.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty good though. We're not really all about judgment. We're about improvement, and so this gives you a lot of room to improve. Okay, so when you get to this point on the drill, what we're supposed to do is hold this ball back, bring all of these back to where we were, which was at like the second line. See, like you're being hard on yourself, but truth be told, I bet a lot of people wouldn't even get there. And so what you're gonna do is keep going. Now you want to try and pass the 9 ball
That's my starting point? That's
with the cue ball. Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
starting point. All right.
If you could, right? Ooh, this is hard, right?
It's a little faster than me playing on, too, I guess, maybe. I don't know. That was too much, for sure. That's just going to keep on rolling.
Have you ever seen, there's a video of Effin Reyes playing on a pool table that literally has no rails, but it has like 4 inches of pocket?
No, that's insane.
and they like can't play at all, and they're out there just playing like super soft and stop shots everywhere. It's pretty unreal.
No banks. See, I'm like crossing them over now. I'm going like kind of diagonal.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that could be the table roll to it. This is a good way to check your tables to see if they play well.
Still not getting to that 8.
We truthfully do. We do like a lot of
here.
climbing on the tables to get the cameras up and stuff like that. And we're also on the second floor. You can't see that on through the show, but I'm still pretty impressed that you haven't hit the rail yet. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out there like that.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
that one's definitely. That one's a lagging going back. Now you're in good
Is it still
shape.
gonna be in front of the 4? I might hit that 3. I was trying to sneak it in there.
Now, earlier you were saying, and I had no idea. We just met. This is like our second time ever hanging out.
It's true.
That you're used to playing on 9-foot tables.
Well, that's kind of what I started on. And I play out of the corner pocket in West Seattle, which are 9-footers. But yeah, started out playing on a bigger table.
Yeah.
And
This table is an oversized 8-foot for anybody who's curious.
I don't think I've ever played on one this size.
It like kind of lends over to going down to a 7-foot well, and then going up to a 9-foot where I don't feel really out. I don't feel like I'm having to struggle to play on a bigger table or a smaller table, but some people can get caught if you're playing from a 9-foot to a 7-foot.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't really mess me up anymore, but it takes me a few games to get kind of warmed up
Well, and I think that's like
and get a feel for the table too.
the speed of the table, right? And
True.
that's like why another thing that you can apply this drill to.
That is true.
It's funny because you're probably not going to find somebody setting up balls like this at the
No.
pool hall being like, just getting to know the table. But it would be wise if you were going to play, if you were going to play on that same table for a while, you'd want to try and.
That's something I would definitely do. It just.
I've seen some pretty high level pool players do test tables out real sensitively like that. I was a little off there.
Nice.
I played a lot earlier today and was shooting a lot of really soft safeties, and so I was kind of thinking about how my hand is. I think a big mistake that I'm doing is I'm keeping my hand too far away. If you're gonna have a real small stroke and not a lot of power, you don't need to do like a real big wind up and backstroke. You can just be like real small, maybe even just an inch backwards, and then go forward.
Yeah.
I'll try a little bit further back.
Very nice.
So are you from here?
Yeah, West Seattle specifically.
Okay.
Very proud of that. Yeah. So, never lived anywhere else but West Seattle.
Where'd the 9-foot tables come from then?
Basement of my,
Cool.
yeah, basement of my place. And
Cool.
like I said,
Shout out
corner
to
pocket.
the Knowles.
Yeah, shout out to my dad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's the one that got me into pool. He plays pool, so.
How's his game?
Say that again?
How's his game?
Good. He's it's funny, he kind of like shoots not as often as he'd like to, I guess I'll say. So he
Yeah, don't
he
we
always
all?
says like, oh, I'm not, I don't feel like I'm playing real well, and he does great. Like, he's a really good shot. But I understand, because like you hold yourself to this really high standard, as a pool player. When you're not playing your best, you're like, so. But yeah, he
If
got me
you are
into
your
pool.
worst critic, this is a hard game to play.
Oh yeah.
Because of the inner evaluation of what needs to be corrected, and sometimes those corrections can be so minute, so tiny, that literally like you're susceptible to the equipment and the environment. It can be humidity in the room, it can be your table not being level, it can be that the balls are dirty, or maybe the 6-ball has a weird little chip on it from the last time somebody flung it off the table, and that'll make things real weird. And you're like, we're all susceptible to those like weird little errors and nuances. So kind of like fabricates reality in my mind. See if I can get on the cushion before I'm done doing this.
Sit it right on there.
That might have been too hard. You see the table rolls that way.
I did notice that.
Try and sit on that side, see if it...
Oh yeah, just lean on it for you.
Stand on it. Yeah. Go ahead and dance right there.
Sure.
So here on Sharky Waters, we love hearing about like stories and where pool became a big part of your life, and maybe first pool memory. That's always a good place to start.
So definitely like getting put up on like a chair, like from the kitchen, like a chair to just roll balls around. And so that's kind of how I started, just rolling the balls around, throwing them around, and just kind of seeing what they did or whatever, just feeling it out, throwing them into pockets. And that graduated into throwing the cue ball into balls, and then picking up a stick, and then just putting the object ball, no cue ball involved. And
Enough of the drill.
No drill.
I don't know. You can do more drill if
What
you
do
want
we?
to.
I don't know. I'm good.
That's the boring
But
part.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
I mean, then it graduated into picking up a stick and pushing the cue ball into balls, and oh gosh. I've just always, like, my dad would go down in the basement and he would practice, and I would just sit there and watch him, or he would show me some things, point out, how maybe English might work, or a bank or something. So, and I just really grasped it, or, well, I don't want to say grasp it, but I mean, it just caught my attention.
Yeah. It grasps you.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about
Yeah.
it.
That's a better way to put it.
And so we met at 15th Street.
Yes.
That's in Auburn, Washington, for all the people who are tuning in from out of state. But we were literally just outside hanging out, and I think you were at League, right?
League or a tournament, I can't remember what it was.
I think it was. I can't remember if it was. I think I was there for a tournament.
Okay, that could have been. I might have been practicing for something, maybe.
At that time, I wasn't really playing any leagues, but I'm playing tap league
Yep.
now. And you're doing UPA. Do you also still do APA?
Yeah, so I'm doing APA, UPA, and TAP.
Oh, you do all of them.
Yeah. And BCA is next, but I need to free up a night of the week to do that.
Right.
But yeah, and I like the variation in them. Like there's different rules and different formats. Like I do just strictly 9-ball in the APA, TAP, and let's see, TAP I do 8 and 9-ball, and then I do UPA, I do a 10 ball.
Yeah,
8 ball.
you were texting me that actually when I was asking you how your league went, and you were like, I won both 8 and 10 ball, and I was tripping out. I like totally forgot
10 ball,
that
yeah.
UPA plays 10 ball.
Yeah, I had never played 10 ball until UPA, so that was cool. I probably would have never. Well, I'm sure maybe at some point I would have.
Sound like you enjoy it though.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. I just enjoy the variation, just doing different things,
Yeah.
playing different games.
A lot of people will say like it's just one more ball, you know, and like it's not different, and you know the
No,
call
the rules
pocket
are
or
a little
whatever.
different too, though.
But I've had some conversations with some like real high-rated players, and they talk about the available lanes that the ball can travel, and that one more ball really does change
Oh.
like what pathways you can take and stuff. It's pretty interesting to think about that, on how one little tiny thing like adding a ball, and of course the rules are very different in the luck counts and
Right.
9 ball, and
9 and 10.
but not in all the leagues, right? In some leagues you have to call the 9 ball. I think in tap league you have to call the 9
Yeah,
ball.
to win on the 9, yeah.
I made an awesome 9 ball on accident last night and I had to get spotted.
Nah.
But I pulled off the victory in my match at the end of the day. Actually, I played pretty good. Tell me about, I was thinking, it was last week's episode when Jordan was on and we were talking about the defining factors of sharking people.
Oh,
And
right.
you said that you were in a sharking tournament.
Yes. Okay.
What's that all
so,
about?
That was for UPA in Vegas, and it was hands down the funnest tournament I have ever played in. So it I think kind of accidental. Well, so the first night we got there, there was like an opening ceremony type of thing. Everybody just kind of, they ran through everything, got to see who was there, talk to people, mingle. There was a DJ, just kind of fun stuff. And they did a pool tournament. So we did a Scotch doubles tournament. And I think everybody, just the mood was so light and everything, everybody was having a blast, and it kind of turned into a sharking tournament. And so the next night, they were doing another kind of, game thing, or like mini games type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they announced that it was actually going to officially be a sharking tournament. So it's doubles again. So I teamed up with somebody, and I mean, one of the guys that was there, it's hilarious. He was he grabbed all the bridges and was walking around like $5 for a bridge, just trying to hustle the bridges, and people were just screaming in each other's ears, and flashing hands. Oh yeah, you could. They said no rules. Obviously, you can't touch the balls and stuff. But they had said no rules other than no touching each other. But I mean, we kind of made friends or knew people that we had met there last year, or ended up playing our teammates or whatever. So I mean, people were grabbing people. Nobody really cared. And so yeah, there was no rules. I mean, people were like over the table, and it was a blast. Though. It was literally the funnest tournament I've ever played. And I shot really well in that tournament. So I'm proud of myself on that. So. I think at some points I'm pretty sure I didn't miss in that tournament. Like, I don't know, it was something about it.
Play good under the pressure.
Yeah, something about it. I was just shooting well, and
that's awesome.
Couldn't be stopped.
You were. I want to take a second to thank you for watching, because you've not only been like a fan and watching, but you've like been one of the shark sticker finders.
Yeah.
And all of that, and
Yeah.
now that you're in here, you can see that the wall is covered with like old comics. Those were comics collected by an old man through like several decades of him reading the paper, and when it was like pool themed, he cut it out and put it on those pieces of wood, and then they laced the walls of his pool room, and he wound up selling the pool table to Clean Slate Pool Tables, and we like refurbished it and sold it to somebody else. But while I was like going to pick it up, he was like, "And do you want all these silly comics? They just I put them to whatever." And I'm like, "Dude, these are amazing."
Yeah.
But you can't see them from the audience's side on the viewership. But it's funny that you were going through and reading them all and being charmed. There's one of them on there where the guys are. It's like one of those sharking tournaments where they're like being all crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's not on there, but and it says like someone's off to the side, and it says that they're why would they do that? And then and it's like, well, that's the fun for them. It's like that's part of the game. There's more of them that aren't up here, but it may not be up there.
Too, even those over there. But I was
at one point I posted a handful of them, like up close, but that was like before Sharky Waters even aired a single episode. We were just like posting pictures of cool stuff, trying to capture attention.
put them back up there. I guess.
Yeah, but we should
dig
put
through
them
the
up there.
archives.
Some of them are pretty corny.
There was one that I worked in a pharmacy for a while, and there was one that we had hanging up in the pharmacy. There's like who hired the pool boy, and it's like a dude with a net coming through picking up all the balls off the table. I was trying to see if you maybe by chance had that one up there.
Yeah. Yeah, if any of the viewers out there have pool comics, send them our way. We'll add them to the collection.
Or post your best pool memes on the thread. I want to see some good ones.
No.
Yes, Cassandra's already on that.
There's a like pool memes page. Like you said, there's like a page for everything.
It does not surprise me.
Yeah. Well, luckily there's a page for like people just casually hanging out with pool and playing pool and sharing their friendship with each other. Because that's what we're doing.
Met so many people through playing pool. Insane.
Yeah, I build tables for a living, and so I meet people when I'm not out playing pool for pool, and I just have been really, dare I say, blessed to like be so enriched with like cool pool people in my life.
Yeah.
Who's the coolest pool person you've met?
On the spot.
Top three.
Top three coolest.
Yeah, up to 3 if you can't decide. But if you can-
Warren Bingham. He's in the top 3. He's like not even a high-rated pool player or anything, but just a person who recognizes like how advantageous the camaraderie and networking and processing your steps and fundamentals towards achieving a goal.
Okay.
In that regard, he like puts pool tables in the offices of his businesses for his employees and stuff like that. Really
Right on.
cool guy.
Let's go 1 for 1. Sarah, what's your
Oh no, I
favorite
wasn't
pool
expecting
person?
that to come back
dude,
around.
Tor will do that to you sometimes.
Oh gosh.
in no order of importance, no pressure?
Oh, I don't know.
Got him.
Hang on. All right, I was distracted. All right.
Nice combo.
I don't like picking favorites. I don't know. Top 3.
It's tough. I'm gonna help you out here though. I'm gonna go ahead and say
Let's see, my dad's on the list for sure. I'll tell you that much.
Jesse
Nice.
Nestor
Yeah, I
From-
was thinking of Jesse
from
too.
Jesse's Billiards 911 and Federal Way. We get requests to, and we were talking about this earlier on the show. Yeah, just wherever. It's open swim. Do whatever you want. We get requests for Jessie all the time to be on the show, and she's such an interesting person.
She should do it.
And so anybody who wants that, don't send us the messages. We've like contacted her, and we know her. I've had a 12-year relationship with her. She does cue repair work and shows up to like Lincoln City and the big tournaments that are out there and works on everybody's cues. But send her the messages. You know, we've like reached out to her and. She's too busy, really. She's got a lot of things going on. She runs the UPA, which is one of the leagues that you're doing, the one that plays 10 ball.
Jesse.
So if you're in the area and you want to play 10 ball under league experience conditions, then you can contact Jessie.
Or anything. 8 ball. They do 8 ball, 9 ball. I mean,
Totally.
Not just 10 ball.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I might have to sit and think about my final third
I know,
coolest
I'm trying to,
pool person. Whoever went to Clean Slate Billiards facility, what we lovingly called the Fun Factory. It was like definitely a ripoff of what he was doing with his fantasy factory. And while I've like never met him and I'm like not real familiar with his pool game, I know he had an ATM machine in his pool room.
Okay.
I always thought that was pretty
I
cool.
didn't know he played pool.
You know? But actually, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking like Joe Rogan.
I was thinking
He's
him
like
when you said-
notably for being an excellent pool player and is real good friends with Max Eberly, who's like I don't know what's Max's Fargo. He's like, I'm gonna guess like 790 or something. But super skilled guy. And they're like real weird on their philosophical beliefs and stuff like that.
3 ball.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so I would say Joe Rogan. He's got that Earl the Pearl impersonation that I think like really highlighted to the rest of the world that he knew pool. People were like, 754. Yeah, that's pretty strong.
something. I feel like I'd want to see
What's that?
Joe play pool.
There's
No, I'm skeptical.
You can watch the Joe Rogan podcast experience, and he's in the like thousands of episodes right now. But if you watch some of the ones that are in the lower numbers, like even double digits, like 21, 25, 27, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's literally they started that show like doing it on a Gold Crown 9-foot pool table and
Oh, wow.
having a
And they're
person
just-
like just walking around while he's playing pool. And a lot of those episodes are him talking about the nuances of pool and playing pool, almost as if he could have taken his show towards what we're trying to do, and instead it took him towards what he's doing now. But he's like definitely a super high level pool player with obviously a real ornate ability to communicate thought and share that with people.
Yeah, no, I've seen some of his podcasts and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, the clips are everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And, yeah.
I'm looking at Joe Rogan Experience vlog number 26. It's a 11.5-minute video of Joe Rogan shooting pool and talking.
Does he have a Fargo?
He probably does. Yeah, I would
Sandra,
imagine.
We'll look that up real quick.
He talks about how he used to bankroll Max and how they would go in and he would play strong enough to get the attention of the room of the high-level pool players. And then when it became obvious who the highest pool player was, then Max would come in and start playing. And
Ooh, look at that.
there's a pretty there's like several episodes that he talks about pool. It's like real clear that he's plays a lot of pool. He talks some about how he worked on his material as a comedian
Okay.
at pool halls, and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, you command the table, and if you're playing pool, people got to sit there and listen to you, you know, and so you can talk and
You just
capture
talk
the
through
crowd. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, all right.
No, he doesn't have
Oh. I feel like that'd be funny.
Well, shout out Joe. What's up, man? Getting a tournament.
Or come be on Sharky Waters and show us what that pool game's all about.
There we go. I'd watch that one. I mean, I watch them all, but watch that one.
The most recent episode that he like gets into it, I think it's from like 2 months ago or something, right? And he like talks a big game. I remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guest's name on the show off the top of my head, but he's like, "Well, what if you just got famous actors to like play pool with you?" And he like cuts the dude off, and he was like, "I would mop the floor with everybody."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've watched a lot of them. I can tell he shoots real well. He's got some like real impressive outs. He's just like casually talking, you know, like it's not something. Pretty open swimish.
Yep, yep.
But
Jazzman just commented and said that Joe Rogan stopped playing video games to play pool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
cool.
Cool.
yeah,
I'd say
That's
so.
a-
Yeah.
I can believe that.
It's a real common ethos for parents who are buying pool tables nowadays is to try and get them to minimize the video game time.
What about like what comes to mind is like the trash talk crossover from all the martial arts stuff in Joe Rogan versus like the pool culture, and it has me curious. Like, what's your trash talk ethos like, Sarah? You like
Wait, what? So-
you smack talk the people you play pool against, or you try to be like pretty respectful, or is
Who,
it
me?
like yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what they're doing to me, I guess. If like you're talking in the Sharking tournament or in
Well,
In general.
that's like an anomaly,
oh,
right? But
yeah. No, I don't do much smack talking when I'm playing pool, just because I don't know.
Did Dad teach you like pool etiquette and all of that?
Not so much, I don't think. I mean, I feel like I just kind of picked that up playing in the bar or watching other people play or whatever.
Yeah,
but
same with me. My dad didn't really come from a place that he was taught it, but I picked it up as time went on.
Move that 6-ball.
That
But yeah,
Sharky
no, I
people
mean,
wasn't favored, and
yeah, when I'm playing with friends or whatever, like friends that don't play pool, you know, I'll mess around or stuff. Or I guess even if I'm with my real close friends, I do play pool. You know, we heckle each other a little bit or whatever. But somebody I don't know or something, you know, I'm never trying to shark them. Or that's just that ain't cool.
that ain't
But I
cool.
love it when people do it to me. So I mean, I love being underestimated. So
That's interesting.
That's cool with me. You know, if people are trying to throw me off my game or something, they're obviously like threatened or there's something to.
Yeah, you think that gives them a tail, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a tale of sorts, right?
It's so easy being a girl, though, and people just underestimate
Oh yeah, no, it's harder now that it feels weird to say like people know me, but like being around and stuff, the pool scene for a little while, like I feel like I've met plenty of people and I don't know, I don't get underestimated as much anymore. But if I were to start going around to like places where I never play pool or playing tournaments at different venues or something, maybe I'd see some more of that.
I'm not sharking you. I'm trying to
That's
put
cool.
the table back.
There we go. Yeah, hold it steady so it doesn't roll.
Hold it there. But Tor, like, despite
balls.
the like gratuitous violence of like mixed martial arts and stuff, that stuff is like through its own culture pretty like gentlemanly. There are like you obviously like do have your Conor McGregors, your trash talkers, and those guys who like they somehow are like empowered by that, and almost like champion mentality. But there's also those people who go out there and they like bow at north and south and east and west of the arena, and with like real humility go out there and do that beating each other up stuff. It's pretty wild the differences. It reminds me of how pool on the outside can be incredibly boring, and it's not like a high TV thing, and somehow they've like captured a big crowd in Europe, with snooker. They get huge crowds and huge exposure, and it's quiet as can be in those arenas, and you can hear people walking around while the players are shooting, and you can hear them walking around as they're walking around the table. It's like so serious and so like calm and quiet, but meanwhile, like in the mind of that person, a lot can be going on in there.
Oh yeah.
And to be able to control and navigate that and not have that affect your performance is like really what makes this game cool. And probably fighting for those kind of guys who are into that stuff, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's real mental.
I'm gonna work on my bank shots here.
Well, I don't want to put any pressure on here, but I do see the sand getting pretty close to the end here. I'm curious, anyone in the chat room who wants to field some questions, got anything they want to ask about, ask the guest, now's your chance as we're getting towards the end of Open Swim.
Yeah,
we
have
got
you heard us talk
Jazzman
about the
out there.
refinery rubber?
No.
We've got a couple people in the chat
I
room,
think
so
so. Extra
let us know.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
never know what's going
Teresa out there in the chat as well.
Down a bit. Start hitting this softer. Short on me.
Do you longboard?
No, I don't.
I only asked that because of your hat.
Oh yeah.
And Eric was asking the brand
Oh
earlier,
yeah,
and
so
you were saying
Sector
it's a-
9 longboard company, yeah. Just saw a buddy of mine that moved back to Cali a few years back. He was wearing it, posted a selfie or whatever, and had to ask him for the details. I was like, I gotta get me one of those.
Oh yeah, just because of the 9-ball
Yeah.
on it, yeah.
Yeah, he had a different color too. I think his was like red or green or something. So when I got on, they had a yellow one. I was like, well, I have to get the yellow one.
Yeah, it's a pretty sporty hat.
Yeah, I kind of want to jump on one of those actually, to be
I
honest.
should use bridge.
There's a bridge under the table.
I've
the
got my
right-hand
own.
side over there.
I'm very used to using the bridge, being as short as I am. So
Totally.
I stay
Totally.
strapped.
I am
But yeah,
not.
I saw your bamboo one down there. That's
Dom's
fun.
bridge is attached to his left shoulder.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
much
There's not
bigger
many
bridge?
times where I need it, but it's like one or two shots, and I'm not real good with the technique on the drill. Maybe we should, or with the bridge. Maybe we should do a drill with
bridge
the bridge
drill?
one day.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Bridge drill.
I'll be into that.
Leave that for Cassandra. She's shouting from the back of the fields that she can teach that one.
Thinking like, because it's all nautical themed drills, right? The bridge drill, of course, would be like bridge over troubled water.
Evie Chan is on here saying she's having a great night.
Oh.
She's
all right.
watching her niece play some pool.
Oh,
Cutting it
nice.
off?
Oh, well, I was gonna because we're out of sand.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Oh, I see. There we go. All right,
That's
fine.
it for us.
Scrap it. I was gonna.
This is Sarah Noel for the Open
Sure.
Swim. Thanks for watching with us. Don't forget to water your plants. Totally.
And we're back. Sharky Waters, the crew match, Eric versus Cassandra. This is the match that will determine the end-all, be-all, best pool player of our crew members. Who is going to take home? It's for all the money, all of the beans, over this game to determine who has the most wins for now. Yeah, winner take all for now. Until next time, when winner will also take all. Well, I'm your producer, Tor. We're here in the commentary booth. I'm here by myself this week. Actually, I'm all alone while Dom and Sarah are in the green room getting ready for their shark attack coming up after this. But as most of you know, this is the time where our crew members who are normally behind the wires and cue cards get to step out and play a little pool. And as we were saying, who is the ultimate best pool player on Sharky Waters crew for now, this week only. And then next week, we will find out again who is the ultimate apex predator. Anyways, you get the idea. Cassandra's breaking. Nice break. Gets the 3 to fall. Little trouble with that 2. Kind of getting in the way of otherwise what would have been a pretty stellar break. Eric's not worried as he's sitting in his chair enjoying an adult beverage. Very chill. Laid back. Cassandra lines up for the 1 ball in the corner. And she gets it to go. A little fast on the cue ball, but she avoids coming into contact with that 8. Will not be an obstacle this time. She goes for the pro cut, doesn't get the contact she was looking for, and sends that 2 right up next to the rail, little space between it. And Eric's about 2/3 the way across the table. Tight cut. Doesn't get the 2 to go, and unfortunately the cue ball comes back and scratches, so he'll hand it over to Cassandra, the gloved princess.
Oh, I actually got something for myself for the show.
Ball in hand, 2 in the corner. Can't imagine she's going to have much trouble here. Gets it to go nice and easy. Sends it nice and fast down the table. Just can't quite get around the 4 ball there, so she is hooked. Excuse me. She is not hooked. She is on the 4 ball with the 5 between the object ball in the pocket. She opts for the combo, gets good contact. The 5 goes a little bit wide and doesn't quite go in there, and she kind of leaves Eric with basically an easier version of that same combo. The 4 ball is pushed out a little bit. So he's going to have to shoot wide on this. Gets the combo to go. Looks like maybe a little bit of love on the magic rack there prevents the 1 ball from moving much further.
Pocket marker.
Yeah.
Looking at the 4 in the corner. Nice soft shot. Comes into contact. Good shape on the 6 down the table into the opposite corner. And he tries to play for the leave and then ends up shooting just a little bit off. Leaves that 6 right by the side pocket, and Cassandra's back up at the table. She tries to send the 6 down into the corner, sends it pretty straight, but it just rolls a touch left, hits that fin and bounces back out, so she gives the same shot back to Eric that he was just looking at, basically. Eric gets the 6 in the corner, tries to draw it back, doesn't quite get it to go as far as he was hoping, but it looks like he can see that 7. But what he's going to do with it, no one knows. Oh, he's going to shoot at it. And it goes. Brings it all the way back, and it doesn't quite look like he gets the leave he was hoping for on the 8 in terms of getting that. He's kind of just in that awkward position between shooting at the side pocket and the corner pocket. See where he's going to go with it. Surveys the situation. Nice, tight cut, little bounce off the cushion, but it doesn't stop it from going in. And he's looking at a victory here to determine who is the top Sharky Waters crew member of all time for now until next week. Oh, he can't get it to go. Oh, it looks like it's going to... He was almost going to get a lucky shot in the corner. He can't get it to go. And now Cassandra is up to bat to get this 9-ball in the corner to determine who is the ultimate Sharky Waters crew member, best pool player of all time for today only. And of course, she gets it to go because she is the queen. And that's it, folks. Cassandra stays on the top of the charts for now until next week, when we will find out who is the best that time. Well, we're going to take another short break, and when we return, Dom and Sarah are going to be on the table. Sharky Waters, Shark Attack, all that and more when we return on Sharky Waters, The Night Dive.
It's in the trees as they swing in the wind. It's in the cars as they passing you, my friend. It's in the dogs barking as they walk by. It's in the birds when they sing in the sky. It's the music for the soul. It's the music for the funk. It's the feeling that you get when it's popping in your trunk. It's the feeling in the street. It's the feeling in the heart. It's the thing that make you feel when you got it from the start. It's in the trees as they sway in the wind. It's in the cars as they passing you, my friend. It's in the dogs barking as they walk by. It's in the birds when it's sing in the sky. It's the music for the soul. It's the music for the funk. It's the feeling that you get when it's popping in your trunk. It's the feeling in the street. It's the feeling in the heart. It'll make you feel when you got it from the start.
Well, it's that time. We're back. Sharky Waters, The Night Dive, Shark Attack, Dom versus Sarah. I'm Tor here in the commentary booth with our pro Shark Attack commentator, Cassandra Bryant. Congrats on your crew match win.
Thank you. I'm trying to shut Eric down for this season.
Yeah, you got to. That guy's the worst.
Yeah, right? All right, guys. Sarah and Dom just lagged for the break. It looks like Sarah won the lag. It is a 9-ball race to 7. They must hit the lowest ball first. Any ball after contact must hit a cushion in order to be a legal hit. The 3-foul rule is in effect, and the winner breaks. For anybody listening in who doesn't know what the 3-foul rule is, if you get your opponent to foul 2 times in a row, you must let them know that they are on their second foul. And then on the 3rd foul, it is a loss of that rack.
Oh, and look at that.
9-ball on the break, automatic.
Wow.
Automatic win on that rack. And she's back up for the break. Score 1-0 right off the bat. 10 seconds.
I was thinking it and I didn't say it, but speaking of Earl Strickland in the Joe Rogan quote, I wanted to be like, how strong is that? What a break.
And a scratch on the break.
You win some, you lose some. That's what we call seeing both ends of the spectrum back to back.
All right, so that is going to leave Dom ball in hand, starting with this one ball. Getting down to that 2 ball can be kind of tricky. He's only got a couple of narrow windows to work with there.
You know what's coming to mind is like someone who we haven't had in our studio audience for a long time is Devin Odom, who is here with us tonight. And I think Devin, before we were actually airing, was the other only person to ever get a 9-ball in on the first break of a show. And it was like a test episode, like a pilot episode. So some would say non-canon to the Sharky Waters mythology. But yeah, a rare opening.
All right, and they've gone back and forth a couple of times on this one ball. Nice 1-8 combo from Dom there. Great shape on the one ball, too. Great use of some inside English right there to stay on this side of the 2 ball so that you can see the whole ball.
Yeah, some of that, any little more English, and I think he might have found himself in some trouble. It looked like he was heading for the corner pocket there for a second.
Yeah. Tough back cut there. Hands it back to Sarah. Nice shot on the 2 ball in the side pocket. Attempted the bank right there. Came around 3 rails, snuck in between that 7 ball and the rail. Gives Sarah a decent look to come over for the 4 ball.
There it goes, 3 in the corner.
Yep.
Nice and close. Should be pretty easy work here on this 4.
Nice bank attempt there.
Oh, and a little bit further. It looks like it just might have, with a little extra gas, gone on the 3rd time around.
Or hook Dom. Either of those would have been good options.
Yeah. Well, Dom gets the 4 to fall in the corner anyways, and a little draw puts him right up against the 5.
Nice shot.
Nice look on the 6, right down the rail, too.
Yep. It's got great shape on the 7 ball. Little stun there on the 7 ball. I don't think the cue ball traveled quite as far as he wanted. Oh. That was a long shot. He was up against the rail there.
Tricky.
Yeah. Oh, nice attempt from Sarah. Really nice try.
Yeah, you'd like to see her she really took her time with that. She got low on the shot. Dom's able to clean it up, sitting duck in the corner, puts the score 1-1. Even though that's not the result that she wanted on that 9-ball, you do like to see people like really respecting the gravity of that shot and like taking the time to do it the right way. And sometimes they fall and sometimes they don't, but you gotta respect all of those 9-ball shots just the same. Maybe a unique perspective, as I'm still consider myself a beginner player, but a lot of times, even if I miss that 9-ball, I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity in the first place, because I know a lot of people find themselves sitting in the seat all day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Strong break from Dom. The 6 goes down.
He's got eyes on the 1 ball. Not the easiest leave. Great safety there with the 4 ball and the 8.
Absolutely.
It's a great shot. Nice attempt at the kick. Short rails are always so much harder for me than long rails. I don't know. That's just me. Some people prefer the short rails.
I think they're all tough, personally.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of defensive play like that.
Nice attempt on the 2 ball there. Trying to keep the cue ball in control for that leave on the 3 ball. Just hit it a little bit thick there. That was an interesting shot just because you had to try and leave yourself a view on the 3 ball without running into the 8 ball. Made it a little bit difficult.
Goes for the side pocket and just gets a little bit of an awkward deflection off of that inside fin. And for Sarah, that's an easy cleanup with good look on the 3.
Yeah. Oh.
The fin strikes again.
Yeah.
You hear the laugh in the room. You maybe sense a little bit of frustration, but regardless, both players still stepping back up to the table with good intentions and maintaining their good form and their good practice.
Yeah, good integrity as well.
Absolutely.
Great shot on the 3 ball.
Nothing but net
Yes.
in the corner. That was a great shot.
Oh. Those pockets are awfully tight. You know, we say it all the time. Those of you who haven't tuned in before, the pockets on this table are really tight.
I think they're still not like just a little bit wider than the table that was giving everybody a thorn in their side on season 1. But even so, I don't think these pockets will fit 2 balls in at the same time.
No, I think these are still 4.5-inch pockets.
Yeah, something like that. Really close to his work on that 7, but he gets it to go.
And gets great shape on the 8 ball as well. A little bit of top English swings him around for look at this left side of the 9-ball. Oh. It's unfortunate. It's a long 9-ball. Sarah's going to take her time, make sure she has her line.
I said, empty your mind.
Good shot. She pockets the 9-ball, bringing the score 2-1 Sarah.
Water into a cup. It becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put in the tea.
Well, there we have it, 2-1. Sarah's up. She'll be back to break. You'd like to see a little bit of back and forth. You like to see both players kind of picking up their pace and getting into their stride.
Absolutely.
And good dialogue between the two of them. I think this is one of, if not the first match that they've played together like this.
Yeah, I think so. I know that they've met during league, but I don't think they've actually ever played.
Definitely a mutual respect for both of them. You see the positive encouragement, even though it's a competitive match.
Yeah.
Dry break, unfortunately, for Sarah there.
It was a decent spread, though. Dom gets a really great leave off of the 1 ball to come back down to the 2.
Love that you see him like investigate the 3 as he's on the 2.
Yep.
And he does well to think about the next shot. Unfortunately, isn't quite able to execute. So he hands it back over to Sarah here. Good look at the 3 ball.
Oh, she overcuts it just a little bit. Sends it close to where it was before.
Oh, it looked like she was going to get a safety out of it too, but that contact with the 8 ball, I think it was, or was it the 6?
Yeah, the 8 ball.
And Dom, same thing here, was looking at the corner, but he ends up with a little bit of it safety. She might be able to sneak past that 4, actually. And sure enough,
Great
she does.
shot.
Gets a legal hit. Oh, and just looks like glues it right onto the cue. That is tough.
It looks like there just might be about a half of an inch, quarter of an inch.
Yeah, you've
between
got
the
a
2 balls.
better angle than me. But regardless, it was a long kick for Dom.
Yep, great down and back, great contact. The 9 ball starts moving. She broke out that cluster.
Yeah. Nice cut there on the 3, but it comes back around, hits the 9, and she kind of gets a little hooked behind the 9 and the 5.
Yeah.
Looks like she's drawn out the angle for her kick here.
A great
Wow.
kick. She hits the back side of that 4 ball and sends it into the side pocket.
Something else.
Yep, that was a great shot.
Opts for a little carom off the 5.
Yep.
No cheese.
Nice
Not
try.
yet.
Leaves Dom a shot on this 5 ball. Nice attempt at the bank. The good lead for the 6 ball. Oh.
Danger.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That bottom just took a little bit too much off of that 5 ball, off of that bottom rail.
It's too bad because it was actually would have been great leave.
Yeah. It was a really clean shot. Nice shot on the 6 ball for the leave on the 7. Good speed control. Nice shot on the 7.
Does well to reposition that 9 as a part of that shot.
Yeah, it was kind of nice because he was able to use the 9 ball to get his leave on the 8.
Yeah.
Oh. He misses the 8 ball. It almost came back around to the opposite corner.
Just too
Just
bad.
leaves-
He had great look on, but unfortunately he hands it back over. Sarah's making easy work of the 8, and she's on the 9 now.
And Sarah's out. That brings the score 3-1. Sarah.
Well, you can't imagine someone that walks in here with a 9 ball on the front of their hat is going to miss too many 9 balls, right?
Yeah.
Well, that puts us 1-3. Sarah's up. She'll be back up to break. You saw in the first couple strokes, open swim, and a little bit before we turned the cameras on too, that there's like always always a little bit of like getting used to that new table. First time playing here at Sharky Waters, and it seems like she's kind of through getting.
Yeah, she's starting to get used to it, starting to get used to the speed. She got that kick. Ooh, nice draw from Dom. He hit the fin off of the pocket and snuck around that 4 ball for the 2.
You know, we're seeing pretty consistent on all of Sarah's breaks now that she's, and I mean, correct me if you're seeing something different here, Cassandra, but she's going for the 9 on every break.
I mean that we're using the magic rack, so that's pretty coincidental in my mind.
You think the way that she's breaking and the cue ball coming back into contact with the 9 3 times in a row now?
If the cue ball is hitting the 9, then that means that she's going forward with the cue ball, and she's putting center or top English on the ball, which is driving through all of the object balls. That's normally more what you see with a safety break.
Coincidental
Yeah.
is what you're thinking?
Oh, nice try at that run from Sarah. Nice try at the combo. It's a tough shot.
There goes Dom using that bridge again.
Ooh. All right.
Well, Dom's out.
Yeah, Dom pockets a 9 ball. So that brings the score 3-2. Sarah's still up 1 game.
Yeah, with Dom back up to break here, you got to imagine he's going to have his usual strong break with the wing ball in the corner pocket. But that being said, I'm noticing here that we're setting up a different magic rack this time. So we have 2 magic racks in the house.
Yes, we do.
That are hung over there right underneath the giant shark picture. We've got the black one, more triangular shape with the little pointer poke. It kind of looks like the shape of a mouse on your computer.
Yeah.
And that's the one that we're used to breaking with the most. The blue one that's set up now has a little bit of a different pattern.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Dom scratched on the break. He also made the 9, or I'm sorry, not the 9 ball, the 8 ball. And the 5 ball.
Yeah, I hate to be the one that's like talking about that this break's about to be different and then have it be a scratch.
Yeah.
I need to stop doing that.
Commentator's curse, man. Nice shot from Sarah. Nice easy follow. Brings her up to the 2-ball. Oh, she tried to put that cue ball in the side pocket real soft, and she just made connection with the fin there. Dom tries to put the 2 in the side pocket and kind of does the same thing in the opposite direction. Doesn't leave Sarah easy though, because the 2-ball is just past that side pocket. Nice try on the bank. It's not an easy shot. Looks like she left the 2 pretty open for Dom. Lots of options of pockets here. Oh, can't force anything in these pockets, that's for sure. But he did leave Sarah tough shot here. She's got to kick at it. Jump if she's got a jump cue. Great hit.
Pretty strong kick game. Two in the side pocket by Dom there.
Nice shot straight down the rail by Dom. Good control with the look at the 4. Ooh, great shot on the 4. Nice long straight shot on that 6-ball too. Oh, nice attempt in the side pocket by Dom. Comes around and double kisses the 7 and almost puts it in the opposite side. That would have been an interesting timing shot.
Yeah.
Nice shot on the 7. Good speed control there. Doesn't get too close to the 9-ball.
That was a clutch shot there. And unfortunately, she hands it back over to Dom.
That ties up the score.
Just drops it in there to make the score 3-3. Pretty good match so far.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of
absolutely.
really even kill play here.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely noticing one side is a little more on the offensive and the other seems to be a little more on the defensive, and it seems like maybe the defense is starting to pay off.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
While Sarah is like showing like a pretty strong kick game here, it's been mainly to like get bailed out of tough situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, she's kept herself afloat, but I think that Dom's defense has kind of given him the advantage the last couple racks.
Oh, those scratches on the break are not helping him out, though.
No. Though that was back to the other magic rack, and I didn't say a damn thing.
No, you didn't.
So
You did
now
drop
I
the seven
feel
ball,
like that
though.
one wasn't my fault. Easy one ball in the corner for Sarah. Good look at the two. Oh, and she just rattles it on the fins.
Yeah, I think she kind of underestimated the shot a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's giving you trouble.
Nice shot on the 3 ball.
A little 9-ball movement there, too.
Yep. Little kiss there.
Even when you know nothing crazy is going to happen, it always kind of makes you go, ooh,
Yeah.
when that 9-ball starts rolling. And a rattle of the 4, can't quite get it to fall. Brings it awkwardly close to that 9. Speaking of ooh. Can't help but wondering if we're feeling tempted at the cheese or if we're going to play it safe.
Looks like she may have tried the carom there. Maybe a little bit of a...
That was maybe like a carom safety 2-way. You could see
Yeah,
when that 4 ball
yeah.
came back into view that she expressed a little frustration. And, well, Dom didn't have much room for error there, but he got that 4 to go in the side pocket. Following the 5, a little movement on the 6 that I don't think he was anticipating.
Well, I think he was trying to send that 6 ball just a little bit further, a little less movement with the cue ball.
Yeah, and he goes for the bank there in the corner and just doesn't quite get the right angle. Thin shot, but Sarah's able to make it fall.
Nice shot on the 8 ball. Cue ball goes a little bit crazy on her.
Tricky.
Yeah. Just breaking out her bridge. Weighing her options.
Wow, look at that bridge.
Yeah, those are called deer antlers.
That's so cool. I've never seen that before.
Yep.
I like it. Oh, the roll. She gets it to go.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Way to use the table to your advantage.
With the deer, the guidance of the deer antlers, the spirit animal gets the 9 ball to fall in the corner. That was the same corner that was giving her trouble earlier. Ended
Yeah.
up showing her a little bit of love on that one. So
Yeah. All right, that brings the score 4-3. Sarah.
I was going to say, I almost started blabbing my mouth on that 9 ball shot, and I learned to keep my mouth shut now. But the deer antler bridge with the taller ones on the outside than the inside, I love that because our house bridge here at Sharky Waters, I find myself with like long, awkward looks where you have to get over another ball on the table to get to the ball you want to shoot at or whatever. I often find myself flipping the bridge 90 degrees and using it tall
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah. Dom hit that 1 ball a little bit thin. Got a decent leave out of it, though.
behind everything. I mean, even looks like Dom's going to be reaching for his jump cue, but even to jump, that's a tight spot.
Great connection.
Awesome control.
Yes.
It would have been so easy, like just an inch to the right or the left would have been a scratch. Just an inch too far, and you would have not got the right contact. And you shoot those shots just to like stay alive and not give ball in hand. But all considering, nice touch.
Nice shot by Sarah. Oh, she just barely connects with that 6 ball first, giving Dom ball in hand. Nice shot on the 2 ball. I think Dom wanted to bring it back just a little bit more. Great shot on the 3 ball, though. Oh, Dom just connects with the backside of that 9 ball and hooks himself. That was really unfortunate. He was looking really good up until that. Dom does the same thing and makes connection with that 6 ball first. That's unfortunate for both players.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity, though, you could say.
It was so thin on the 6, it looks like the wind pushed it a little bit there.
Yeah.
Ball in hand, regardless. Soft push, gets that 5 to go.
A little forceful on the 6 and just kind of throws it away from the pocket a little bit. Unfortunate. Nice shot on the 6 ball. Ooh, that was a tough angle on the 7. Oh,
Super tough.
Yeah. That right English that he used on that 7 unfortunately ended up in his scratch too.
Seven in the corner, bunch of right hand spin on there, gets it to loop around and get a look on the 8. Punches the 8 in the corner, and now she's looking at the 9, but we're again finding ourselves with just kind of a tough angle on this last shot.
Yeah. I think she was probably trying to draw that cue ball back and just ended up punching and not quite drawn through it. Doesn't matter when you can bank like that, though.
Wow.
2 9-ball banks in a row.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, that brings the score 5-3, Sarah.
Always an interesting one. I think Sarah's game is like new to most of us here on the show.
I told you it was an accident.
It was an accident.
But I gotta say, I like what I'm seeing. And we talk about like the physical aspect, your ability to pocket balls, your ability to play defense, but what we also talk about a lot is like the degradation of your emotions over time playing multiple games and your ability to maintain control and maintain a positive attitude.
Yeah, the pool stamina.
And I guess just gotta say, like, the psychological game and the prowess that we're seeing and the ability even through a couple tough shots to like keep a smile on their face and keep playing and keep bringing their best game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm liking that we're seeing so far.
Dom broke out the jump cue again, made a nice connection, and almost cross-banked that 2-ball.
It looked with the angle like if he cleared the cue ball, if they didn't collide, that it was
Yeah.
a surefire. Looking at the 3 in the side pocket.
Oh, she overcut it just a little bit.
That's always a tough one. I feel like on those side pockets when you're on the outside of them, like.
Well, it was about the lead she was trying to get for the 4 and the angle that she was creating to try and get to the 4. So she played it a little bit thinly to use the rail and come straight out for the 4 ball. Oh, she connected with the 8 ball. She didn't quite get through that window.
Too bad. Ball in hand and.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised to see opting for the 3 in the corner with what seemed like a pretty straightforward 3-9 combo, but
Yeah.
you never know when you're up at the table. Sometimes you see things that even the cameras don't. Nice little run here, 5
Yeah.
in the corner. We're looking at the 7.
Great shot all the way down the rail. Long back cut there by Dom. It was a nice shot.
He jumped up there right at the
Dom got sharked by his own cat. Moscone.
Moscone the Maine Coon. Like the
Yes.
alliteration there. Well, we're awfully tough on the 9 balls. Awfully close is what I meant to say.
Yeah. Great shot.
Great.
She's pulling out all the stops on these 9 balls. That puts her on the hill. It's going to be hill 3. Sarah.
It's the funny thing about 9 ball, like you feel like both players are playing like really, really even right now, complementing each other's offense and defense well, but that's not always what the score reflects.
Yeah, well, 9 ball is just a game of who makes the last mistake, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sarah kept the cue ball on the table and she made a ball. 7 ball. She made the 7 ball. Interesting choice with the reverse bank. Put her in a good position for the 2 ball, but she came out a little bit short. Ooh, Dom went for the long bank there. Nice try on that one ball by Sarah. It was long. There was a lot of ocean there. Nice cue ball control by Dom there. Uses the 8 ball. Kind of keep it in that quadrant. Undercuts that 2 ball a little bit though.
That corner has kind of been giving both our players a little trouble tonight.
It really has.
Well, not that time. Dom gets the 2 to fall.
Yeah.
Brings it around for the 3.
It was really clever to use the rail first there too. Get on the right side of the 6 ball. Nice shot. Get some action off of that 9 ball. Oh.
Twice is nice.
Yep. 2 times. Overcut that 5 ball just a little bit there. Missed it on the pro side. Didn't leave it super easy with the cue ball snugged up next to that 8. Side pocket has been giving us a little bit of grief too. Dom gets the 5 ball to fall. He's looking at the 6 ball. Ooh, nice try, putting it in the side pocket. Flirts with the idea of falling in and ultimately decides not to. And that 6 ball just hangs there. Dom put a lot of right on that ball. Ends up next to the opposite corner pocket. Nice shot by Sarah. Real clean. Comes back up. Halfway to the side pocket.
There you have it. Great shooting by Sarah. Taking home the W on her first Sharky Waters appearance. Well, we've only got one more attraction for you this evening, and that is the Clean Slate Pool Tables Break Pot, sponsored, of course, by Clean Slate Pool Tables, where you can get all your refelts, all your table purchases, all your table moves, all your pool table, everything, one-stop shop. Access to only the finest of felt for your refelt needs. We just got a new sampler in from Simonis Cloth, top grade felt with like every color you could possibly imagine. Standards from all the European style tables all the way down to some fancy ones like Dust Pink and Chartreuse, if you're feeling saucy. Well, Eric's setting up the magic rack, and for everyone who's watching for the first time, just a quick explanation of the Breakpot rules. We got a treasure chest here in the corner. Sarah's going to drop her $10 in. I believe we are at 260, or is it 270? Eric. How much money is in Breakpot? I'm obnoxiously yelling to Eric repeatedly across the room. 270, I think it was. We started at 260, and then with Sarah's $10 makes it 270. Well, regardless, a legal shot. You got to make a vol on every shot. You got to get all the way through to the 9 caroms, combos, lucky shots are all good. And if that 9 ball goes down, you'll be walking home with the break pot. Is it gonna go? We've got some action here. That's what I like to see. Little motion on the 9 ball on that break. Had you wondering if we were gonna hang on to our treasure chest. Looks like it's safe for now, but strong one. Ooh, a little uncomfortable here on this too. Unfortunate, she kicks at the 2, narrowly misses, and it goes all the way around to scratch in that corner pocket, which means for now we get to hang on to the treasure. Isn't that right, Dom?
Yep, for now, till next time. Next guest is going to be Joey Giuliani and Frankie Roca. After that is Michelle Nelson. Those guys are all going to get a chance to take a stab at the break pot. Sarah, thanks again for coming in. If you guys didn't tune in and watch the whole thing, you're just tuning in right now. We got like a real David and Goliath story. She definitely kicked my ass out there, shot really good. Solid 9 ball shooting and clutch coming through. When they were out there, you took them. Shout out to the sponsors, Harold Prine Custom Cues, Clean Slate Pool Tables, Tipsy Tomato, and if you guys are interested in being sponsors of the show, then reach out to us through email at sharkywaterspool@gmail.com. Practice your drills, work on your speed, and get your pool tables leveled. Until next time, enjoy, peace.